wildest game of chess ever? A pint-sized warrior, 3-year-old chess prodigy, who dared to take on a world champion. Misha Osipov, our young chess virtuoso, steps out onto the grand stage. His tiny eyes wide with a mixture of excitement and uncertainty as he tried to work out who he was up against. Imagine his surprise when the legendary Anatoly Karpov stepped out to meet him. The legendary Russian chess player boasts an impressive list of major accomplishments. He first claimed the title of World Chess Champion in 1975 and had successfully defended it several times. Karpov's tournament victories include events such as Candidates, Linares, and Tilburg, some of the biggest chess tournaments in the world. Karpov's illustrious career and string of victories solidify his place among the greatest chess players in history. The two opponents exchange a respectful handshake, and the stage is set for the game to start. Karpov sets himself a time handicap and set the timer for 2 minutes, giving Misha 10. Misha decides to kick off the game by moving his pawn to d4. Karpov, the master strategist, responds by gracefully maneuvering his knight to f6. The audience watched the intricate dance of the chess pieces on the board, resulting in a strategic formation called the Nimzo Indian Defense. The players get a 2-for-1, holding a solid position that protects their valuable pieces, while also providing them with a strategic advantage in the game. Misha's pawns advance on c4. Karpov responds by moving his to e6. Misha moves his knight to take its position on c3, completing his opening defense. Karpov swings his bishop into action, crossing the board to b4. But wait, Misha then surprises us all with an unexpected move, boldly playing his pawn to a3, triple stacking his pawns. Karpov seemed confused initially, but reacted swiftly, the move giving him the opportunity to seize a pawn, gaining a slight advantage. However, Karpov, ever the strategic genius, attacks Misha's pawn with his knight, threatening to reclaim his lost pawn. A critical moment unfolds before us. Misha, deep in thought, makes another move, taking Karpov's knight with his bishop. Unfortunately for the young player, it turned out to be a futile gesture. Karpov swiftly retaliates, evicting Misha's bishop by advancing his queen to f6. A moment of respite arrives as Karpov elegantly castles his king, giving Misha a chance to collect his thoughts. Karpov teasingly reminds him that it's his turn to make a move. Misha ponders deeply and then, with a stroke of brilliance, moves his bishop to g2, a spectacular counterattack to Karpov's rook. After a few returning moves, Misha, undeterred by the odds stacked against him, valiantly castles his own king. Karpov does what he can to add further pressure to Misha's now cornered king, inching closer to victory. This phase of boxing Misha in is concluded, with Karpov's knight taking the pawn at c4. In a moment of uncertainty, the host approaches Karpov and inquires about the better chances of winning. Karpov, with a slight advantage and keen perception, offers Misha a draw, but the young champion refuses, boldly pushing his pawn to f5, revealing a masterful plan to trade pawns and unleash an attack on Karpov's queen. Karpov counters the onslaught by advancing his pawn to e5, forcing Misha's knight on d4 to retreat onto a disadvantageous square. As Misha ponders his next move, Karpov, impressed by the child's resilience, extends yet another draw. Misha, however, ignores the grandmaster. The clock ticks away, and Misha's clock runs out, bringing the game to a close. Karpov playfully taunts him about declining the draws. The players, in a display of sportsmanship, shake hands, marking the end of the battle. And there, in that moment, Misha's emotions get the better of him, and tears begin to well in his bright eyes. But Misha's game isn't completely over there. An 1800 ELO-rated puzzle is presented to him, and without missing a beat, he solves it instantly, leaving everyone in awe. And then he tackles another chess puzzle, culminating in a stunning rook sacrifice checkmate. Karpov, impressed by this sudden show of intellect and skill, can't help but applaud the young player. While young 3-year-old Misha didn't win the game